Hey there, this is Covenant of Promise. Today we're just going to be going through Song of Solomon, Song of Songs. So let's get into it. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. Because of the savour of thy good ointments, thy name is as ointment poured forth. Therefore do the virgins love thee. Draw me, we will run after thee. The king hath brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. The upright love thee. I am black but comely. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun had looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards. But mine own vineyard I have not kept. Now, there's a little bit of explanation going on here, because what's happened is you've been made a servant, the keeper of the vineyards. And because you're working so hard in the vineyard, if you've ever worked on a farm, your skin's black because you're in the sun all day, you know. So, and he says he kisses me with the kisses of his lips. That's like when he says that, it's not anything to do with sex. It's to do with he puts the truth into your mouth. Like when the Maoris kissed, they touch noses, yeah. And it's called the sharing of one breath, and you breathe into each other's mouths and nostrils, and afterwards you come away and you say, may there be no lies between us. And that's the kiss he's talking about, that kind of kiss, not a Hollywood kiss with all, like, you know, shit going on, you know, shit blowing up in the background and like big massive kiss. It's a kiss of honesty, you know. So look upon me because I am look not upon me because I am black, because the sun had looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards. But mine own vineyard I did not keep. Because you left your vineyard to tend everybody else's because you became a servant. Yeah? You get it? You became a watchman. So you became Jacob. Well, you didn't become Jacob, you were Jacob to begin with. You just woke up. Yeah? Wake up now. Tell me, O thou, whom my soul loveth, where thou feedest, where thou makest thy flock rest at noon. For why should I be as the one that turneth aside by the flocks of thy companions? So again, he's calling you a shepherd, and you're complaining, saying, why am I the one who has to do all the work? But he chose you. You're his chosen, so you better do it. Better do what he asks. If thou know not, O thou fairest among women, go thy way forth by the footsteps of the flock, and feed thy kids beside the shepherd's tents. He makes us lie down in green pastures. Psalms 23. You know why? Because we're shepherds. We're gathering the flock. We're getting the lost sheep. We're gathering the scattered tribes of Israel, and we're bringing them back to Zion. Yeah? With this book. With our words. Yeah? That's our sword. I have compared thee, O my love, to a company of horses in Pharaoh's chariots. Thy cheeks are comely, with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold with studs of silver, while the king sitteth at his table. My spikenard sendeth forth the smell thereof. A bundle of myrrh is my well-beloved unto me. He shall lie all night betwixt my breasts. My beloved is unto me as a cluster of camphire in the vineyards of En-Gedi. behold, thou art fair. My love, behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes, behold, thou art fair, my beloved. Yea, pleasant, also our bed is green. What's that mean? Our bed is green. Remember, he makes me lie down in green pastures. Our bed is green. You're feeding the goats beside the shepherd's tent because you're lying in the grass amongst the nations. Right, you're not allowed into the tent yet. You've got to go and get the flock, and then you can go back to the shepherd, Yeshua Messiah, with the flock, and say, look, found them, boss. Then you can go into the banqueting hall, which you'll find out later. Cheeks are comely. Right, so while the king sitteth at his table, that's the banqueting hall, yeah? My spikenard sendeth forth the smell thereof, a bundle of myrrh is my well-beloved. Unto me he shall lie down all night betwixt my breasts, between the bosom of Abraham. My beloved is unto me like a cluster of camphire in the vineyards of Engedi. Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes. Like dove's eyes are silly. Have you seen dove's eyes? Have you seen them? They look like little buttons. But it's not talking about dove's eyes specifically. Doves is a symbol of peace. There's no harm in them. They haven't done any harm. That's why you've got dove's eyes, because you see the world, but you don't do any harm. So you're peaceful. Behold, thou art fair, my beloved, yea, pleasant. Also our bed is green. The beams of our house are cedar, and our rafters are fair. Cedar can't be moved. See, at the beams of our house, they're cedar. Yeah? Try and knock a cedar tree down. Good luck with that. Their love is great. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. As the lily among the thorns, so is my love among the daughters. And he's talking about his watchman. He's talking about Jacob here. Yeah? I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. I am the lily among the thorns. The thorns being the nations. The thorny, prickly bushes of the nations, yeah? But the lily grows up amongst the nations and tries to get the thorns to listen. Most of them won't. So is my love among the daughters, as the apple tree among the trees of the wood. So is my beloved among the sons. I sat down under his shadow with great delight, and the fruit was sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banqueting house. The banqueting house, yeah, the inner chamber. And his banner over me was love. Stay me with flagons, comfort me with apples. So keep his beer full. He's celebrating, yeah. His bride's come, and that's his apples, his bride, yeah, like the apple tree amongst the orchard, you know. Banner over me was love. Stay me with flagons, comfort me with apples, for I am sick of love. He's sick of it. He gave Israel so many chances, and that's his beloved. But they keep on turning the other way, doing silly things, idolatry, whatever you name it, they're doing it. His left hand under my head, and his right hand doth embrace me. I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, by the roes and by the hinds of the field, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please. Because the time's coming, and the time's now, really. It really is. You watch things change. The voice of my beloved, behold, he cometh leaping up upon the mountains, skipping upon the hills. He's talking about his servants here, Jacob, because they're skipping across the mountains and they're gathering up the flock. My beloved is like a roe, or a young hart. Behold, he standeth behind our wall. He looketh forth at the windows, showing himself through the lattice. My beloved spake and said unto me, Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth. The time of singing of the birds is come. The voice of the turtle is heard in the land. The turtle dove. It's not between turtle and the sea. The voice of the turtle. The voice of peace is heard in the land again. The fig tree putteth forth her green figs, and the vines with the tender grape give good smell. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. O my dove, that art in the clefts of the rocks, in the secret places of the stairs, let me see thy countenance, let me hear thy voice, for sweet is thy voice, and thy countenance is comely. Take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines, for our vines have tender grapes. Like the grapes is Israel, that's his tender grapes. And the people who teach them false doctrine, they're the little foxes who spoil the vine. When they find, when they go astray. Yeah. For our vines have tender grapes, my beloved is mine, and I am his. He feedeth among the lilies. Until the day break and the shadow flee away, turn, my beloved, and be thou like a roe or a young hart upon the mountain of Bether. By night on my bed I sought him, whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. I will rise now and go about the city, in the streets, and in the broad ways. Remember? Broad is the path to destruction. Yeah? And straight. Narrow is the way. Narrow is the way to salvation. But broad. So the thing is, the watchmen aren't seeking on the narrow path. We're seeking for the ones on the broad ways, the ones who are lost, the lost sheep. Yeah? Right? And you'll find out in a minute. Rise up now and go about the city, and in the broad ways will I seek him, whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him, whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him, and would not let him go, until I had brought him into my mother's house, Israel, and into the chamber of her that conceived me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the roes, by the watchmen, and by the hinds of the field, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please. Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all the powders of the merchants? Behold his bed, which is Solomon's. 80 valiant men are about it, of the valiant of Israel. They all hold swords, being experts in war. Every man had his sword upon his thigh, because of fear in the night. King Solomon made himself a chariot of wood of Lebanon. He made the pillars thereof of silver, the bottom thereof of gold, the covering of it of purple, the midst thereof being paved with love, for the daughters of Jerusalem. Go forth, O ye daughters of Zion, and behold King Solomon with the crown wherewith his mother crowned him, in the day of his espousal, and in the day of the gladness of his heart. Behold, thou art fair, my love, behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes, no harm. Within thy locks thy hair is as a flock of goats that appear from Mount Gilead. Thy teeth are like a flock of sheep that are even shorn, which came up from the washing, whereof every one bare twins, and none is barren among them. You know what it's saying, don't you? This is the royal law. You're going to the marriage feast. This is all about the marriage feast, right? You're not getting in if you come barren. If you don't bring anyone with you, that's your hall pass. Look, we're off. Everyone bears twins, like the parable of the talents. Yeah? He gave you 1 talent. You better come back with 3. You better come back with something. You ain't getting in. That's your wedding feast clothes. That's the oil in your lamps. Flock of sheep that are shorn, even come from the washing, whereof everyone bears twins, and none among them are barren. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet, and thy speech is comely. Thy temples are like a piece of pomegranate within thy locks. Thy neck is like the tower of David, builded for an armoury, whereon there hang 1,000 bucklers, all shields of mighty men. Thy two breasts are like two young roes that are twins, which feed amongst the lilies. Until the daybreak and the shadows flee away, I will get me to the mountain of myrrh, and to the hill of frankincense. That's Zion, by the way. Thou art all fair, my love, there is no spot on thee. So that's the watchman he's talking about. Come with me from Lebanon, my spouse, with me from Lebanon. Look from the top of Amana, from the top of Shinar, from Hermon, from the lion's dens, and from the mountains of leopards. Thou hast ravished my heart, my sister, my spouse. Thou hast ravished my heart. With one of thine eyes, with one chain of thy neck, how fair is thy love, my sister, my spouse. How much better is thy love than wine, and the smell of thine ointments than all spices. Thy lips, O my spouse, drop as honeycomb. Honey and milk are under thy tongue, and the smell of thy garments is like the smell of Lebanon. Honey and milk is under thy tongue, that means truth. Yeah? Honey and milk shall he eat, so he made discern between good and evil. The truth. He's put the truth underneath their tongue. A garden enclosed is my sister, my spouse, a spring shut up, a fountain sealed. My plants are an orchard of pomegranates, with pleasant fruits, camphire with spikenard and saffron, calamus and cinnamon, with all the trees of frankincense, myrrh and aloes, with all the chief spices. A fountain of gardens, a well of living waters, we all know what that is, yeah, and streams from Lebanon. Awake, O north wind, and come thou south, blow upon my garden, that the spices thereof may flow out. Let my beloved come into his garden, and eat his pleasant fruits. Chapter 5. I am come into the garden, my sister, my spouse. I have gathered my myrrh with my spice. I have eaten my honeycomb with my honey. I have drunken my wine with my milk. Eat, O friends, drink ye, drink abundantly, O beloved. I sleep, but my heart waketh. It is the voice of my beloved that knocketh, saying, Open to me, my sister, my love, my dove, my undefiled. For my head is filled with dew, and my locks with drops of the night. I have put off my coat, how shall I put it on? I have washed my feet, how shall I defile them? My beloved, in his hand, by the hole of the door, and my bowels were moved for him. I rose up to open to my beloved, and my hands dropped with myrrh, and my fingers with sweet smelling myrrh, and upon the handles of the lock. I opened to my beloved. But my beloved had withdrawn himself and was gone. My soul failed. Would he speak? I sought him, but I could not find him. I called him, but he gave me no answer. The watchmen that went out about the city found me. They smote me, they wounded me. The keepers of the walls took away my veil from me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, if ye find my beloved, that ye tell him that I am sick of love. And that was the marriage veil, by the way a bride used to cover her face, before marriage, so nobody could see her, but a husband would lift the veil off, and then he would take her to bed, take her to the marriage feast bed. Yeah, so the watchman ripped the veil off that woman, or that man, doesn't matter which one, and they ain't coming anymore. Yeah, So that's what that means. So I am sick of love. What is my beloved more than another? Beloved, O thou fairest among women, what is thy beloved more than another, that thou dost so charge us? My beloved is white and ruddy, the chiefest among 10,000. His head is as the most fine gold, his locks are bushy and black as a raven. His eyes are like the eyes of doves by the rivers of waters, washed with milk and fitly set. His cheeks are as a bed of spices, as sweet flowers. His lips are like lilies dropping sweet smelling myrrh. His hands are as gold rings set with the beryl. His belly is as bright as ivory overlaid with sapphires. His legs are like pillars of marble set upon sockets of fine gold. His countenance is like as Lebanon, excellent as the cedars, could not be moved. You know, cedar can't be, that's what it says, is his countenance. Try and make him step backwards, he can't. He's only going to stand upright like a cedar. His mouth is most sweet, yea, he is altogether lovely. This is my beloved, and this is my friend, O daughter of Jerusalem. Whither is thy beloved gone, O thou fairest among women? Whither is thy beloved turned aside? That we may seek him. With thee, my beloved is gone down into his garden, to the beds of spices, to feed in the gardens, and to gather the lilies. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. He feedeth among the lilies. Thou art beautiful, O my love, as Tizar, comely as Jerusalem, terrible as an army with banners. Turn away thine eyes from me, for they have overcome me. My hair is like a flock of goats that appear from Gilead. Thy teeth are as a flock of sheep which go up from the washing whereof every one beareth twins, and there is none barren among them. As a piece of pomegranate are thy temples within thy locks. A pomegranate's got many, many seeds inside it, hasn't it? Segments. See, it's talking about the servants too. So you're gathering up, you're thinking about gathering up all the seeds, yeah? And that's what's inside here. That's why your head's a pomegranate. The temples within thy locks. There are 80 queens and 80 concubines and virgins without number. My dove, my undefiled, is but one. She is the only one of her mother. She is the choice one of her that bare her. The daughters saw her and blessed her. Yea, the queens and the concubines, and they praised her. You see, because if you read the scripture, you realise that it says how much better is it for, because everybody's cut off from the Lord until they start walking in covenant. But all the branches, everyone's cut off, even Israel. He says how much better is it for a branch to be grafted back onto its own tree. Yeah, can't remember what the scripture is, but this is what it's talking about. The concubines aren't Israel, they're probably the Gentiles, but when Israel's grafted back on, it's praise her, you know what I mean? Praise Israel for getting grafted back onto its own tree, because that's his truly beloved, Jacob. So here, and blessed her, yea, the queens and the concubines, and praised her. Who is she that looketh forth as the morning, fair as the moon, clear as the sun, and terrible as an army with banners? I went down into the garden of nuts to see the fruits of the valley, and to see whether the vine flourished, and whether the pomegranates budded. Or ever I was aware, my soul made me like the chariots of Amminadab. Return, return, O Shulamite, return, return, that we may look upon thee. What will ye see, the Shulamite, as it were the company of two armies? How beautiful are thy feet with shoes, O princess daughter, the joints of thy thighs are like jewels, the work of thy hands are cunning workmen. Thy navel is like a round goblet, which wanteth not liquor. Thy belly is like a heap of wheat, set about with lilies. Thy two breasts are like two young roes that are twins. Thy neck is the tower of ivory. Thine eyes like the fish pools of Heshbon, by the gates of the Bath Rabbim. Thy nose is as the tower of Lebanon, which looketh towards Damascus. Thine head upon thee is like Carmel, and thy hair of thine head is like purple. The king is held in the galleries. How fair and how pleasant art thou, O love, for delights. This is thy stature, is like to a palm tree, and thy breast to a cluster of grapes. I said, I will go up to the palm tree, I will take hold of thee, but of the boughs thereof. Now also thy breast shall be a cluster of the wine, and the smell of thy nose like apples, and the roof of thy mouth like the best wine for my beloved that goeth down sweetly, causing the lips of those that are asleep to speak. See that? The lips of those that are asleep to speak. His servants, showing other people how to be servants. I am my beloved, and my desire is toward me. Come, my beloved, let us go forth into the field. Let us lodge in the villages. Let us get up early to the vineyard. Let us see the vine flourish, whether the tender grapes appear, and whether the pomegranates bud forth. There will I give thee my love. The mandrakes give a smell at our gates, all manner of pleasant fruits, new and old, which I have laid up for thee. O my beloved, O that thou wert as my brother, that sucked the breasts of my mother. When I should find thee without, I would kiss thee, yea, should not be despised. I would lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house, who would instruct me. I would cause thee to drink of spiced wine, of the juice of pomegranates. His left hand should be under my head, and his right hand to embrace me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, that ye stir not up nor awake my love until she please. Who is this that cometh up from the wilderness, leaning upon her beloved? I raised thee up under the apple tree. There thy mother brought thee forth. There she brought thee forth and bare thee. Set me as a seal upon thine heart, as a seal upon thine arm. For love is strong as death, jealousy is cruel as the grave. The coals thereof are coals of fire, which are the most venomous flame. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can floods drown it. If a man would give all substance of his house for love, it would be utterly contemned. We have a little sister, and she had no breasts. What shall we do for our sister in the day when she be spoken for? If she be a wall, we will build upon a place of silver. If she be a door, we will enclose her with boards of cedar. I am a wall, and my breasts are like towers. Then was I in his eyes as one that found favour. Solomon had a vineyard at Baal Hamon. He let out the vineyard unto keepers. Every one for the fruit thereof was to bring 1,000 pieces of silver. My vineyard is mine, is before me. Thou, O Solomon, must have 1,000, and those who keep the fruit thereof 200. That thou dwellest in the gardens, the companions hearken to thy voice. Cause me to hear it. Make haste, my beloved, and be thou like the roe, or the young hart upon the mountains of spices. Amen. Till next time.